How to boost your testosterone for an over 30s lifter. If you enjoy my content, please like and subscribe and even push the notification bell. Let's get on with the video. So the biggest driver in increasing our testosterone will be strength training. If you can go to near enough almost failure, so if you can go to like RPE 8 or 9, sticking to compound movements like squat, bench, deadlift. If you can't squat, bench, deadlift, try a variation. Trap bar deadlifts, RDLs, something along those lines. 5x5, 3x5, you're gonna be off to a winner when it comes to boosting your testosterone naturally. Number 2 is sleep. At least 7 hours sleep, you'll be on to a winner. This is primarily important when it comes to recovery. So you've done your strength training, you're eating all the foods you should be eating, and then sleep is going to be a natural driver for natural testosterone boosting. We can improve our sleep by doing a couple of things. I would say not drink coffee after 3 p.m. Try and avoid screen time an hour before you go to sleep, go to bed. Do something like reading, relax. Take magnesium glycinate if you can, and try and stick to a certain routine. It's very hard for some people to stick to routines because they might have kids who get up early, or they might have night shifts, which is going to absolutely kill any sort of routine. But if you can try and get into some routine, then that is going to be the best option for you. And also when you wake up of a morning, try and get about 20 minutes of sunlight in the morning. Number 3 is body fat percentage. I would say a great sweet spot would be between 12% and 18%. That would be my go-to. If you're anything over 25 or you have like a BMI of over 30, then that is when we need to start looking on nutrition, training, going for a jog, and increasing your exercise and your physical activity and decreasing your food intake. Now, when your body fat percentage goes lower, you are suppressing your natural testosterone, and you're suppressing getting the best testosterone that you can. And the older that you get, your testosterone declines naturally anyway. So if you're eating junk food, smoking, drinking a lot, not sleeping, and have a high body fat percentage, you're not doing yourself any favors. So by getting your body fat percentage between 12 and 18% for men is going to be really important. Try and reduce your sugar intake and your high glycemic foods. Try and stick to like 20-35% in fat, 1 gram per pound of body weight for protein, and the rest would be your carbs. And again, we want to be eating like carbs that are keep you fuller and saturated for longer. So we're not going for the chocolate, we're not going for the McDonald's. With supplementation, you might get it with your food if you're eating whole foods and eating the right stuff. But if you really want to maximize your testosterone, I'd say zinc, magnesium, and vitamin D. As a 30-year-old lifter, or if you're in your 40s, 50s, this is more in your 20s, you can kind of get away with it. But as you get older, the more responsibility you have. You might have kids, you might have a high stress job. This is where managing your cortisol levels will come into play. Cortisol is a stress hormone. This will directly impact your testosterone levels. I don't really know the ins and outs and the science behind it, but when stress is elevated, testosterone levels are reduced. So if we can get our cortisol levels down and our stress down, we can increase our testosterone. We can do this through yoga, mindfulness. Walking in nature is a really big one. Going to the gym to de-stress. Try and reduce your alcohol intake. Try and reduce your caffeine intake. Try and reduce smoking if you can. And that will elevate your testosterone levels because we're reducing our cortisol. And it's a bit of a weird one, but testosterone, from an evolutionary perspective, we are in competition with other males. That still happens in the animal world, and we've kind of still got that in our system. It's not as prominent, but if you can get into some sort of like competition based thing, like playing football, doing a powerlifting competition, doing some sort of competition, this will elevate your testosterone levels, because it's like, from an evolutionary perspective, again, you want to one up the person. Now this is very small in the grand scheme of things. This is like an extra one. So being in some sort of team competition, being in any competition really, this will elevate your testosterone levels as well. When I did my first set of bloods, I was 27 years old. I think my testosterone was low anyway. I've got a lower threshold of testosterone. I think it was like 15 millimole, and now it's about 14 millimole. But when I was 29, 30, it did drop to 12, and that's when I was like, okay, I need to do something to get that back up. I lost a bit of weight. I was still strength training, but I was playing football again. I was doing different things, eating better, and my testosterone naturally went up. Now, if you want to maintain your testosterone levels or increase them, you're going to have to look at your lifestyle choices. And naturally, as men over, I think it's 27, your testosterone levels start trending downwards anyway. But what we want to be doing is, without using TRT to begin with, we don't want to jump straight onto TRT. You want to try and change your lifestyle first. And if you feel like you're doing everything you possibly can to make your testosterone levels higher, then, and it's not going higher, then that's when you start looking at TRT. Look at your lifestyle before you start looking at anything else. I hope you liked that video. That was more for the older generation of lifters. But yeah, I do have a free program, and it's the minimalist program. So this is for busy people. Look at the QR code. I also have a description in the bio for my newsletter, which again is a different program. So you can get Boost Camp here, which is my minimalist program, and then you can get another program which will be sent out to you once you put your email in for the newsletter. The Boost Camp, you just have to download the app, it's free, and it's a minimalist program. So do that. If you feel like you've got any more questions, put something in the comments. I'll try and answer them as best as I can from my knowledge that I do have. And yeah, I'll see you on the next video.